What is up, guys? I know I've been gone for a long time, but I'm going to bring you a build video real quick, and it's going to be a cheap $450 build video, so kind of like a kill your console. Got some pretty good parts in here, pretty cheap, and will still get you playing a lot of games right now too, so let's just jump right in and get started. So for the processor, everybody uses this processor for budget builds because it's a good one. AMD FX 6300, 6 cores, overclockable, $97.50 or 46 cents if you're a perfectionist, whatever. 3.5 gigahertz base clock and 4.1 gigahertz turbo clock. Great processor for the money. Games are starting to use more than 4 cores, so this will utilize those, and it's cheap, and it's good for gaming and streaming and other stuff like that. So it's a good one. For the motherboard, we got a Asus M5A78L-M/USB 3 motherboard. It's got 2 USB ports on the back. It doesn't have any onboard, but that's alright. It's got PCI Express slots, and it's got another one for a Wi-Fi card if you want one for that. And yeah, it's got pretty much everything you need. It's pretty basic. Probably won't be able to overclock very much on it, but it's pretty good, and it supports pretty high frequency RAM, and yeah, so, and Asus is pretty reliable, and it is $57 right now, but after a mail-in rebate, it's $47.99, so good budget motherboard, and Asus is very trustworthy, and it's micro ATX too, by the way. For the RAM, one 8GB stick of G-Skill Sniper, or not Sniper, Ripjaws actually. X Series, it's $5 off right now with a promo code. It's right there. If you get it now, you can get a good deal on it. If you see this later and it's not cheap, just search for more 1x8 or 2x4 gigabyte. As long as you get 8 gigabytes for gaming, 1 and 2 sticks, it doesn't matter. It's whichever's cheaper. If you're on a budget, if 1 stick is cheaper than 2 sticks, I would get 1 stick. But G-Skill is reliable. 8 gigabytes is all you need, and yeah, it's pretty cheap right now. So it's actually, since it's $5 off, it's $49.99. So that's good for a really good RAM too. And for storage, we just got 1TB C8 Barracuda, 7200 RPM, and it's $46.99 right now. So that's pretty freaking cheap for 1TB of storage, and it'll hold a lot of games. I would go with a SSD, but since games are getting more and more like bigger, it's just good to start off with a hard drive, like a HDD instead of a solid state, just so you can hold more games, and you can upgrade to a solid state later on. It's an easy enough upgrade. So yeah, 1TB is good, and this is a darn good price too. For the graphics card, we have a HIS R9 270, 2GB. It's a great card, a good cooler, and it's got a $20 mail-in rebate, so it's $125 after the mail-in rebate. And yeah, a 270 is great. You can use Mantle in all your favorite games, AMD games like Tomb Raider, Thief, Battlefield 4, all that. You get pretty good frames per second. Just to show you a couple of them. Come on, show me. Show me the money. The R9 270 is a really good card for the money. $125 will get you 57 frames per second in Battlefield 4. Average, and the most is 65 frames per second on high settings right there. So that's pretty awesome. And you jump over into Metro Last Light, and you get 27 frames per second low and 44.6 27 average and minimum, and 44.6 average. So that's not bad at all either on high quality as well. And BioShock Infinite, you get 48 as your minimum and 67 as your average. That's just some benchmarks just to show you what kind of it does, how good it does. And for the case, we got a Thermaltake V3 Black Edition. It's not like a super fancy case. If you watch Scattervolt's channel, he has this case actually. And yeah, it doesn't have USB 3.0 or anything like that, but it'll hold all your goodies. It's got a fan on the back, fan on the front. That's really all you need. Who needs fancy cases? It's not necessary. It's not necessary. Doesn't add to, that case doesn't add any frames per second, guys. So cheap case is good, and it's $21.99 after a mail-in rebate. So, and for the power supply, we got a Corsair CX series modular 500 watt power supply. That's plenty for this build. You can overclock a little bit, and it's 10% off right now with the promo code. So you're looking at around $39.99 after the rebate, and then you take 10%, so it's like $35-ish. So that's pretty good. It's A+ bronze, and Corsair is very reputable. So before mail-in rebates, your total is $503.71, and after all that, it's $430.70. So you got a little bit of wiggle room just in case the prices change. It's still going to be around that $450 mark. So yeah, this PC will definitely get you started into PC gaming. It'll be really great for you, and it'll treat you right. A lot of good parts, a lot of reliable companies on here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Like, subscribe, favorite if you want to, and thanks for watching. Peace.